Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Gridiron Grudge Football Podcast. You can catch us here every Friday at Twin Peaks, 6 p.m. You can catch us live at Gridiron Grudge Podcast on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. We'd like to thank Twin Peaks for allowing us to come into their establishment. You guys order up some good food, get you a drink, listen to the entertainment. I want to thank our sponsors. Outside of Twin Peaks, I want to thank Amerant Bank, the official bank of the Miami Dolphins. I want to thank the Crockett Foundation, courtesy of Henri Crockett here. I want to thank Next Guest Transportation, and I also want to thank Caneswear Apparel and Paraphernalia locations. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into our introduction. I'll start first since I'm already talking. My name's Louis Oliver. A few of my credentials. Two-time All-SEC, two-time All-American, first-round draft choice of the Miami Dolphins, and then I'm going to pass it to my right, to Henri Crockett.
All right, my name is Henri Crockett, Florida State grad, national champion, and I also drafted in the fourth round to Atlanta Falcons. And I'm going to pass it to my teammate and good friend, Samari Rowe.
Samari Rowe, Florida State, second-round draft pick, first-team All-Pro, Pro Bowler. But it's not about that. I'm just happy to be here.
E-Rec.
I thought Lamar Thomas might go first. You might want to make me go last, but let me just put this Gator helmet in front of me. E-Rec, the best football player ever to come out of South Florida. You know, so what else can I say? University of Florida, Gator, Gator, great. Have never lost to the University of Miami because I ain't never played their asses. And that's about it, right? They just really don't get no better than that. The best, the GOAT. That's why I got the GOAT hat on, right there.
All right.
You know who I am.
That sounds great, E-Red. Lamar Thomas, University of Miami, from Gainesville, I might add.
Rub it in.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers draft pick. And Miami Dolphins. South Florida great. I am the LT of South Florida. That other one is world-renowned, Lawrence Taylor, but I am the LT of South Florida.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, my brother. And we love you to death.
Red, I want to welcome you guys, you and Samari. You guys first time here, me, Croc, Lamar, we were here last week. Now, being that you guys, you, Croc, and Samari, you guys are from South Florida. Did you guys ever run into each other and play games against each other in high school here?
No. Eric was older than us. You know, he reclassed. They were reclassing back then.
They were reclassed?
Yeah, Eric a lot older than us.
What he said? I didn't get that out of
like he reclassed about 3 times. We're a lot younger than E-Rec.
Yeah, they're a lot younger than me. And so what would have happened if I would have played against them? They probably would have been. Back then, they kind of like banned me from South Florida football. After I left there, it wasn't really.
I did play against him, though, when he was with Baltimore and Tennessee. You gave Blaine, Bishop, and
he gave him what I was a day there, wasn't it?
He said, bring your ass in.
Boy, let me tell you something that game there, Lou.
Let me hear.
They lost,
though. Let me tell you about, they got a little guy named Blaine Bishop. Let me tell you. Yes,
the bow-legged guy.
Bow-legged. But when you stand him up, you straighten out his legs. He about 6'3". But boy, when you bend them legs, but I admire him because he put his head up in there. I mean, like, if you make him miss, you go to the house. But, boy, he is coming up in there hard. And I'm talking about it was just me and him every play, and I was just trying to crack his damn helmet every time we hit. And I'm talking about we were bringing it. Man, Samar, it's amazing that you remember that, man.
Because the next time we played y'all, Priest Holmes was on that team.
Yes, he was.
Priest Holmes still running.
Yes.
Against us. We didn't know who he was. He's still running.
Yes.
This is before Kansas City.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. I remember that game right there. Yes, I do.
Well, let me tell you guys about E-Ret's first day at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yes, tell him, son. Tell him.
E-Ret came out there. I think, I don't know, he was a little late. I don't know what the hell was going on.
Contract
dispute. And, we were all anxious to see old Eric Rett, the man throwing up them hooks at Florida. There you go. And, well, E-Ret comes and gets in the huddle for the first time, and I so happen to be in there, and E-Ret said, homeboy, I'm about to wreck this shit. I said, huh? He said, man, I'm about to tear this shit up. I said, okay. E-Red gets the ball. Well, first of all, E-Red lined up 9 yards deep in the backfield. Every play to E-Red was a draw. E-Red got to the hole. He was running full speed. I was blocking. All of a sudden, I heard a big old collision. Wow! I got back to the huddle. E-Red his helmet was kind of turned to the right. He said, man, who the hell is that white boy? I said, that was John Lynch. Welcome to the NFL, baby.
I want to get it straight, because, man, let me tell you, Lou.
You never had a white dude hit you?
No, I ain't used to it, because they don't come up and hit you like that there. Only few do, maybe Zach could come up and hit you like that, but I wouldn't expect no safety. I mean, this man coming up like he you. He coming up like Lewis Oliver hitting that whole line. I'm talking about, man, we collided. And it was like, man, I got back to the huddle and Lamar like, I said, man, who the hell is that? I'm talking about, then he went on and I was early in his career. Right. Man, he went on to just, he knocked his brother-in-law out. We played against them. I mean, he went on just knocking people out. But unfortunate, that kind of football, we can't play that kind of football no more.
Which is tragic.
It's a tragedy, but it's like, the game has completely changed. It's like they don't even need these no more. They can put on they can play in hats now,
Like these.
Yeah, they can play in these. Yeah, just like that. We don't even need the helmets no more.
7-on-7.
Yes, that's what it is.
I mean, this is how these young guys are getting all of these scholarship offers based off of these 7-on-7.
Yes, NIL deals. And they right now they're 3 stars trying to work their way up to get a 4-star. The 4 stars working their way up to get a 5-star. And I didn't know how adamant, how important that was. Yeah. To come in as a 5-star, that's a whole nother difference in money in the NIL deal. I listen to these guys, these general managers negotiate with these little so-called managers and agents, and it's like they quick to tell you he's only a 3-star, he's only a 4-star. So I guess you got to do whatever you got to do. And these guys are spending some of the money that we did not have growing up to go to an Under Armour camp, to go to a Nike camp. Yeah. Man, we had no daddy in the household to send me somewhere, you know what I mean?
I mean, when I was growing up playing Little League, we didn't even have Little League. We didn't have organized tackle football in Belgrade.
Wow.
So we played in the street, we played on the field, anywhere we could play football. We can get enough guys together, we go play football.
Wow.
We play tackle football on the road.
How did y'all get, man, I don't understand this right here, Lou. How did y'all get that kind of speed out of Belgrade? Because this is ridiculous, man. At one time, I don't know nobody slow come out of Belgrade.
Here's what I researched last week. I was looking at which town or city in the United States put the most NFL players in the National Football League. Belgrade, Florida was second.
Yes, at one time they was number 1.
Belgrade, Florida, a little town about 10,000 people on the southeastern edge of Lake Okeechobee. That's where I grew up. We put over 100 guys in the league.
And have you been there?
Fred Taylor.
I went there. It looks like a third world
Jesse
country.
Hester.
It doesn't look like America.
Kelvin Benjamin.
It don't look like America. It look like Beirut.
Now, do y'all add Pahokee in that mix?
Anytime you coming from the Glade,
the muck, right?
The
muck, Belgrade, Pahokee, South Bay, Clewiston.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
All that's the muck.
That's all us.
And I didn't know how serious that muck bowl was. I didn't know that muck bowl could get a coach fired. You can go undefeated and lose. Belgrade's go undefeated, lose to Pahokee, and you lose your job.
Because that's the game that means everything.
But at one point in time, Pompano Beach had the most players from one school in the NFL.
I believe it.
I just want to let you know that.
What high school was that?
That's Blanchard High School down there in Pompano Beach. Yeah.
Another great school.
You and Zach.
Me and Zach.
Okay.
Whoa, nah. Beach High, we was second at one time in the country.
I was talking about first.
Somebody tell him.
Okay, I was going to say Beach High, we had me, D-Stoggs, Terry Cousins, Chad, Ocho. Yeah, we had 4. And the same time, we were second, we were tied with Poly.
Ocho Cinco went to the beach.
And Glade Central was right because they had Fred, Riddell, the linebacker.
Johnny Rutledge.
Yeah. And Tadpole.
Yeah,
they were tied. They were tied with us at the time. Crazy, right?
Wow. Since y'all throwing out high school, I might as well just say, shout out to my boy Vernon Maxwell for getting back in the Gator books. You know, now after Saturday, I'm gonna be a Gator fan again. I'm coming back home, baby. My boy in the record books,
Just
man.
shout out V-Max.
Vernon Maxwell from Buchholz High School. My guy.
You know you got to tell us a Vernon Maxwell story or something, because when I was up there, man, when I first went to UF, man, I heard stories that were just unreal about Mad Max. I ain't even know his name was Vernon. All I knew was Mad Max.
To tell you the truth, I mean, even though we were all in the dorm in Yon Hall, I never really hung out with V-Max. I mean, like, I was in class.
That's because you went to class,
V
dog.
wasn't in class. V didn't go to class. V just said, hey, man, I'm here to go straight to the league.
Hey, homeboy, I ain't doing that, dog. Hey, Lou, man, hey, homeboy, I got to go to Sugar Hill, man. I can't be in this, but shit, I got things to do.
Now, you know there was some stories, but no, like I said, I didn't really hang out with V-Max. I would see him every day in the chow hall, in the dining hall, but as far as hanging out with him, I'm going this way, he's going that way. But you guys all growing up in the same area, did you guys, I mean, Crockett, you went to state, Mara, you went to state, E, you went to Florida. Why those decisions? Did UM recruit you?
Yeah,
Any of you guys?
Yeah, UM recruited me. I never forget. I'm number one linebacker in the country.
In the country?
In the country. UM come down to me, come down to school. He say, hey, listen, man, we don't do all this recruiting. You want one of these? You got like 3-4 national championship rings. You want one of these? Just let us know. You come down here. That was it. That was their recruiting pitch.
That was the pitch.
That was the pitch, man. I'm like, who the hell this dude is, man?
Who was?
I don't know. It was a Spanish dude. Like, I don't know who he was.
I mean, Miami and Spanish, it goes together.
Man, he said, man, you want one of these, man? Just let us know. He told me to let them know if I was coming.
So you knew you wasn't going there.
That was it. I knew I wasn't going there.
My daddy left when Dennis Erickson and the coaching staff were coming to the house to visit me. He left, so he didn't have to sit there and deal with him. He knew Dennis Erickson was leaving, and I always loved Florida State. Coach Bowden was in my parents' living room, like, the next morning after y'all beat Nebraska for the national championship. I can't turn that down. Like, you know how important I felt how important I really felt. I'm like, man, I'm going. I'm going.
That sold you right there.
That's something. And you told me you come in red shirt and gain some weight. You don't even know what I could do. You just telling me I'm red shirting off the bat. That turned me off also. Because I didn't end up red shirting at Florida State. You know what I mean?
And you, E, why Florida over UM? Did you get recruited?
Absolutely, everybody recruited me. But Lou, they didn't recruit me for a running back. Like, I spoke to you last night, and I told you that I was recruited for strong safety. I was that hard hitter. I'm a wrestler. I'm a grappler, so I got that heart, And but like to me, Lou, much as all you guys, besides me and Lamar up here, offensive players, I really wanted to play running back. Much as I love defense, but man, I did not want to play defense at all. I really love being on the offensive side of the ball. But like Jimmy Johnson did come to my school. As he was getting out of his car, Coach Roger Mastrantonio ran up to the car and said, no, he is not coming here. But it wasn't a reflection on what the team was like. It was a reflection because we had a guy that went there several years earlier by the name of Darius Frazier. Mm-hmm. And he got into a lot of trouble because he was, it was close to the neighborhood. It was drug infested, guys coming to see him in the dorm, and he going back to Hollandale. So, they said, Eric, you got to get away from here. And some guys here, Lou, we got to get away. It ain't good for us to stay. We got to get away, man. And like some of the guys here, they went to Tallahassee. You can't stay in Collier City. You can't stay. We got to get away. So that was the case where I was recruited by several other schools, LSU, West Virginia, and all. But like Florida was the only team that gave me an opportunity to play running back. We're gonna let you try it. And man, look here, just let me get one day at it. I'm gonna take off running. I'm gonna run my ass to a touchdown up the damn stadium step. I'm gonna show you how much I love it. But and it worked out well.
I mean, you had no plays in high school as a running back? Or was it just strictly?
No. I was more like all-state, all-American defensive back, even though I hardly even played over there. But I was, when you're a wrestler.
You had footwork like that? I mean, you had nice feet like that?
Strong safety. I'm a strong outside linebacker, strong safety. I'm 500-pound bench presser. What you think? What am I doing? Running backs when they run at me.
Being a DB, you don't necessarily need to bench press 500 pounds.
Listen, but my hands.
You need some hell of a footwork.
But understand, I have the best hands in all of college football. Now understand that, right? Let's just understand that. I caught more balls than anybody in the history of college football with 4,000 yards rushing. Look it up. Look at your history book. 4,000 yards. 150 catches. You ain't even catch 150 balls in 4 years.
I caught 143.
143. Now I caught 150 with 4,000 yards rushing.
You acting like Terrence Barber now, catching the ball in the backfield, out the backfield.
So just imagine me playing. I just didn't get no kick out of it. Like you get an interception, running back for a touchdown. It didn't do nothing for me, Lou. It's got to be fulfilling to the soul. It's got to be like that. It just, I really love the other side of the ball, man. It just didn't do nothing for me over there, man. But I like the hit. I'm already physical, but I like scoring touchdowns, man. That's fun.
Now, when you was at Florida and they switch and they switch you and you, who was the running back? Because Emmett had gone in the draft.
No, he was there.
Emmett was still there when you got there?
Yeah, I was there. I was his roommate.
Boy, don't let Terrence Barber hear that.
No, please don't.
You can't take
What's
Terrence
up,
Barber playing the fame.
T-Barber?
He was Emmett's roommate.
No, I was his roommate on game day. So he was probably his roommate, he probably his roommate, daily roommate, whatever. They probably cleaned his, he probably washed his clothes for him and all that kind of stuff like that. But I tell you, I was game day. Game day we stay at the hotel down there. So listen, man, that's a challenge right there. I love that challenge. Understand, I'm like you, Lou. When I went up to the University of Florida, I went there. We didn't have cable television, so we only had 4. I come from the era when South Florida only had 3 channels, 4, 7, and 10. ABC, CBS, and NBC. That's all we had. So I never saw Florida play. So all I know, no matter what they put me on that depth chart, I'm coming up, and I know none of y'all who you are. So I'm working my way up. But the work habits that I took up there, man, it wasn't long before I was second team. But that guy in front of me, man, he can go. He's a special guy that number one. Emmett has some serious balance. But that's what me and you enjoy. We embrace that challenge. That's what makes us great. We challenge each other every day. And that's what makes it great. Competition makes us great.
Speaking of competition, LT.
Yes.
Before we really get into the nitty gritty of what's going to happen tomorrow, last week you guys ran against the team that really knocked the air out of our win, South Florida. Talk about that game, how you feel like your team did. The score alone can let you know how well they played. Wish we could have done a little better the prior week, but talk about that.
Well, we saw a team that's, I've talked about it before. Miami has been built to play in the SEC. And we both know that playing in the SEC is probably the best conference in America. I found that out when I coached at Kentucky, day in and day out. And what separates the SEC is big men that can move and their agility, big men that can move on both sides of the ball. A lot of conferences have 1 and 2 guys, but their whole roster, 1 and 2 and 3, is built as big men that can move, hostile, mobile, and all that stuff. So Mario has built this team, and what USF saw from us was, we just pretty much marched them in the mouth. You can't sit back in like they did against DJ Lagway and let our guy throw the football, because our guy played in the SEC and he's a game manager.
Yes.
You got to put some type of pressure on him, and if Florida's able to do that, then it might be okay for him. But if you don't, he's gonna pick you apart. He had 2 interceptions that game. One was they did put pressure on him, and he threw it away, and he tried to throw it away. Guy made a great pick, and then the second one was where 2 guys were running side by side, so the spacing was bad. But we saw on the defensive side domination. Our front line, that front 7 is playing about as well as you can. That D-line is humming. Secondary, much improved. We spent a lot of money. Good money, on that secondary and those and that D line, and they're playing. Special teams is playing well. Our receivers are playing well. We got 3 good running backs that you'll see on Saturday. I know you guys got a running back or 2, but we played well against USF. I think that we were the better team that day, and I think the score showed it.
Right.
Crock, you guys were off. I mean, how do you get a bye after the second game?
You know, I think we planned it. You know, we want to get a couple. We had a big game. They want to get a couple of easy games on our belt. Stay healthy. We got Kent State this week. Then we got University of Miami coming out after that.
Please don't relax the way we did against South Florida.
We won't. I think we try. I think what we're doing is, even these smaller teams that's not as good, it's a standard that you got to always play at. And I think sometimes having these lesser opponents is good because you want to identify, are you going to play down to the competition or are you just going to be the standard? And I was happy to see that when they played last. And hopefully they do it again this Saturday.
Oh, okay. Now, me, I've never liked to play like a USF. I mean, not even USF. I mean, when I was playing, we didn't play USF. But Kent State, we played Kent State one time for homecoming. And I was like, why do we have these guys on the schedule? Because to me, my mind instantly goes to they're not at the competition that we're at. So why are we playing down? I want to play up. I want to play at a competition level that either matches mine or supersedes me. So when it came to those type of teams, I was like, hey, man, let's go out here, hammer these bastards, get them done and be over with so we can go hang out and do what we do.
And that's the thing, like, and a lot of times we really look at it. I look at my younger days when I was playing. We had the Marvin Jones, we had the Derrick Brooks and all those guys coming playing. And I used to always be on the man, listen, go on and knock these guys out, man, so I can get in the game. You know, going back and listen. And once they go out and set the tone with the game was on the wraps, we get to come in and play. So now you got the backups playing second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. So anything happen down the road, like you got guys that been playing, we probably have more snaps than the starters.
Right.
So that's how you build your depth. Knocking these guys out and letting these backup guys get in and start playing. So when it's their time to play, they got so many reps under their belt, and they get opportunity like this. And that's how you build your depth. And I'm excited that we got back to that last week, and hopefully continue to do that. And so these teams are important. These smaller teams, or less competitive teams, are important for us, I believe. You know, but getting back to you guys,
go ahead.
You got UF and Miami, man. You know.
E-Red.
I say a danger man when you're back against the wall.
That's right. Thank you.
E-Red.
Hey,
Thank you.
You be dangerous. And when a quarterback like Langley come up with 5 picks, I don't want to be that next team they play. I'm just saying. I'm putting that out there.
E-Red.
Yes.
This hurts my heart. Like to even mention the game that we played against LSU. Your thoughts on that?
Well, first of all, when you go to Death Valley at night, that's a tough place to play. They get ready to play, and it's a night game. That crowd is crunk, and like we just really offensively, it's not really a lot of excitement there. But once again, when you get touchdowns called back, it kind of changes the trajectory of the game. We got a touchdown call back, just like we did against South Florida. We got 2 touchdowns called back to back like that. That right there, man, it kind of like changes things, but like with no excuses. 2 excuses, 2s of incompetence. Just know this right here. We should never allow a team to beat us at home. When they come to your field, it should be a blowout. Maybe we took that team for granted, South Florida, but LSU, that's a tough place to play. That's a conference game. We knew that was going to be a fight, and I believe that we improved from the previous week. I believe we definitely improved a little bit, but that was a fight to the end.
No, it was more like a fight before the game. I mean, like the running back coaches. I don't know what exactly happened, but we were doing the wrong type of fighting. We should have been fighting with our helmets and our shoulder pads.
Well, Lou, these young guys, unfortunate. Excuse me. You come from a world of having that dog in you. These young guys now, it takes a lot to bring this out of them right now. I don't know how much of that dog they got in them, but I believe everybody possesses it. Miami's coming out here, you better have it when you come down here and play them. Because, man, they got it up in them.
I got a question for you Gators.
Yeah.
And you can answer this question. I'm going to tell by your facial expressions. Do you believe in Billy Napier? There you go. That's all I want to know. Thank you. I can go home now.
You know what?
Here's what I'm gonna say. He's
in trouble. He's in trouble.
He's definitely in trouble. Billy's definitely in trouble. When I watched that LSU game, Billy being the offensive coordinator, he did nothing to counter anything that Blake Baker, the defensive coordinator from LSU, was throwing at him. He did nothing to counter. I mean, he didn't stop the pressure not one time.
I don't know if he's the offensive coordinator. I believe he's the play caller.
No, he's the offensive coordinator. Well, the play caller. That's who the offensive coordinator is. LT, isn't that the job of the offensive coordinator to call plays?
I don't know if he's. We have an offensive
He's the play caller.
Yeah,
that's it. That makes it even. It even puts.
You're right.
It even
He
puts
the
the
first
light
one to go.
even more on him.
Yeah.
You're calling the plays against a defensive coordinator that's trying to compete against you, but you're not putting the team in position to make plays. He's not putting the offense in position to make plays. They say when he came from Louisiana, he was an offensive guru. Yes. I haven't seen any of that. Have you guys seen that?
I've seen no imagination.
I haven't seen any of that.
This is complete different kind of competition that he's facing right now. Understand? I believe that this guy just got another extension, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, to 2030.
Yes, so I don't think this guy is going to. But you know what's going to happen?
Got him.
Listen, if something happens tomorrow where he can actually turn this thing around, just imagine, we come out of here with a win tomorrow. I know Lamar don't see no way it happen. You come out there with a win tomorrow, you beat a strong Texas team, man, at any time, you could turn this thing around. And he's been doing it every year. Last year, the same thing happened. Turned it around, and we start looking forward to this year because we ended so strong last year. So, man, I just try to be, optimistic. And I'm expecting us to turn this thing around tomorrow. Hopefully, man, when they come out here, when Miami come out of that smoke, because that smoke can get you fired up when they run through that smoke. Hopefully, it'll get our boys fired up and inspire them, motivate them to make some plays.
This is what I'm going to say, LT.
Everybody is much improved except for Lagway. I mean,
no, that was one game. That was one game.
He got bad technique. He's not. His footwork is wrong. USF didn't even rush the man, and he couldn't hit the side of a barn. I don't even think he could beat the 2-10 Florida State from last year.
One game.
Y'all paying him a lot of money, man.
No, they paying him a ton of money, and I feel like rightfully so. But one game, a quarterback, one bad game, I'm not gonna throw the guy under the bus. But at the same time, you said hopefully. I'm not waiting on hope.
Yes,
I'm not waiting on hope. Don't be hoping.
Have to.
Don't be wishing. You know what they need to be doing? What? They need to be doing.
That's right.
Don't be hoping.
Get them veins up, Lou. Last week.
So Lou, like you're saying this about Lagway, right? And I heard something about Steve Spurrier saying, they should bench him.
I would have benched him after that third interception.
Understand, who do you put in the game? Unlike when you was there, I was there, we had so much competition to compete. You got to have that competition to compete. We don't even know how many snaps the second teams are getting. And back when we were there, the second team, they got a lot of snaps in practice. Everybody competed. Man, I remember we put a guy named Eric Kressa in the game in the place of Danny Wolford didn't have a good game, so Spurrier benched him. The guy comes in and breaks the SEC record. Now listen, you can't do that right now. Man, this guy here, he's taking the majority of the snaps during practice. And you know what it's like to put a guy out there who hasn't had that many snaps.
Well, I can tell you this, Erect, just from my research, the second team guy had a lot of snaps because remember, your guy didn't participate in spring. He actually didn't even practice part of fall. So, he's had, I would say, put that guy in. And I heard he's a pretty good specimen, the kid from, I don't know where he's from, but I heard he's pretty
from
good.
Jacksonville
or something like that.
I'm sure he's pretty good, but right now, I mean, you guys have, we've invested a lot in Lagway, and man, like I said, he had one bad game. Two bad. Hell, how many damn bad games you had? They didn't bench you.
So Lagway had my bad game at the end. So Lagway really
have a bad game.
So Lagway really just going through camp right now.
But I wasn't getting paid $1 million either.
Lagway really is going through camp. He only been practicing 4 or 5 weeks.
Exactly.
Now, right?
Exactly. He's been hurt.
Yeah,
so but like I say, man, these guys, they are a little different right now. he needed more reps. He does look a little rusty right now, but I believe this game right here, Lou, I'm telling you, I truly believe these guys are going to step up. And just believe this right here. It will be a fight down to the last quarter, the last play. These guys are coming to fight. You're just not going to come in there and expect us to just lay down.
I'm damn sure hoping so.
I mean, you expect us to lay down. We know we need to come in there. See, Lamar brings some energy. He brings energy. Let me just tell you something, man. When they came there last year, when they came to our stadium last year, I don't even know why I bothered going to the game. I felt the energy going in the game. How are we going to compete with this energy?
Wait until tomorrow.
I just spoke to you, some of the guys that you have just, I said, man, look at, man, how you think we're going to look? Oh, well, hope. I'm saying, man, no. I said, what if I talk to one of their guys, one of their top-notch officials, ask them, what do you think? You said, we're going to beat their Gator ass. That's what he would tell me. I need some kind of energy, some kind of enthusiasm to come to, because you cannot come to this place here. You can't compete against a Florida State without bringing mass enthusiasm in the game. And that's what you're going to have that dog up in you to compete with these guys. These guys are special down here. A lot of pros, man, on both sides of the ball.
What was your record against Florida State?
Against, I believe it was 2-2.
They ain't won no game. You ain't gonna.
What was your record against? What was your record against Florida?
Man, I smashed y'all in 1991.
I lost one game against Florida. I tied one and lost one.
What? Okay.
We lost. Listen, we lost one game at home. We lost one game at home. So obviously they got. If I play 4 years, they got to come to. We lost one game at UF at home.
In 4 years.
In 4 years, one game against Florida State, and the last play with Warwick Dunn broke around the outside. They threw him a little out pass, and he ran like 6 years. Other than that, we've never lost a game at home.
So I redshirted. So my 5 years was undefeated.
Dang.
We tied one when we came back 31-3 with like 10 minutes left in the game, 7 minutes left in the game.
Excuse me.
And then we
what
went
NFL draft did you go in,
we went
Henry?
into the Sugar Bowl and avenged that tie. And then y'all beat us in the national championship. But we beat y'all the last game.
Was you playing that national championship game?
Yeah, I was at my last game.
Man, we literally beat the living hell out of y'all that game right there. That was funny. Samara, was you playing in that game too?
He was there.
I was there. I was out that night though.
I
was out that night.
I
went 2-3. I went 2-3-1 against Florida.
That game. Samari was out. Warwick Dunn was out. Rock Preston was out.
This is the national championship game.
We was hurt.
52-14. I was there.
Listen.
Well,
52-14.
How do you make the national championship game coming off a loss?
It was a blowout,
You
man.
lost.
You lost the last
You
game.
lost to
You shouldn't
us.
even been in the game.
Yeah, like you shouldn't even been there. But I'm gonna keep it 100. We didn't want to play them again.
I know
Just
that.
say we ain't want to
Just
play
like
them.
we played y'all this
They had a
year.
whole lot. They had a whole lot, man.
When Kansas State beat Nebraska, we all sitting there burning around like, oh shit. Here we go.
Dun, dun, dun,
I mean,
dun,
they had
dun,
offense.
dun,
They had
dun,
offense. They had really good offense.
dun, dun,
I hear.
dun, 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 dun.
They had Fred Taylor at running back, Elijah Williams at running back. They had Ike Hill at receiver.
Oh,
They
Riddell
had
Anthony at receiver.
Riddell Anthony.
Chris Dorn at receiver.
Chris Dorn.
Jaquez Green.
Travis McGriff.
Travis McGriff. They was so sad. Like, listen.
That is.
Listen, we used everything out to beat y'all in the regular season.
First time.
Oh, no.
Then they came back and they ain't run one play.
Shotgun.
Oh, man.
They came with the
is the
shotgun.
tools
He
of
wouldn't run the
incompetence.
shot. He refused to
He
run the
refused to run the
shotgun.
shotgun until we almost killed them down there in Tallahassee.
Man, it was some serious talent on that team.
Oh, man.
Javon Curse on the outside.
Oh, the freak.
Y'all choked the 31-3 game, though.
Yeah, y'all choked. We came
My
back.
freshman year, they choked that off.
That's one of the best teams in, I believe, Florida history. One of the best teams out there. But as far as talent, Lou, nobody had talent like what you guys have. Nobody. You guys had talent on a whole nother level. But you guys really didn't really know what to do with it. But, like, I remember when Coach Spurrier came, he's like, I cannot believe the talent that Florida has, and they haven't been able to do nothing with it strong. They got unbelievable talent.
When I was there, we didn't have after Kerwin Bell left, after Kerwin was done, we just had journeymen to come in at quarterback. I don't even remember the quarterback's name. It was so many of them.
Herbert Perry, I think.
I mean, it was Herbert. There was Rex.
Well, it was running the ball.
Kyle and
Rex.
I don't know these guys' names, but
That's why I didn't come there. You didn't have a quarterback.
Right.
I can understand that. If I was you, I would have made a different decision too.
Well, let me just get something straight. You would have came there and they would have never heard of you because you probably would have never played. I don't know what you was going. What was you going to play? Was you going to like start there? Like who the hell position were you going to start in front of? I love you to death,
first of all,
but who the hell were you going to start in front of? I can name who. You just going to just move those guys out?
Let me explain to you.
You weren't going to start in front of Willie Jackson.
I'm older than Willie Jackson.
Well, he was going to take that right when he got there.
No. Let me explain
Lamar
something.
better than Willie Jackson.
I was the top receiver. I was the top receiver in the state of Florida. I was probably the third in the nation. Okay.
Oh my!
yeah.
You know what?
But
Lou, this is when we have to get.
No.
You gotta have somebody around checking stats.
Hey.
You want to throw a flag?
Throw a flag all you want. So listen.
Somebody out of Gainesville, Florida, did nothing like that right there.
You know, I saw your boy Emmett about 3 weeks ago, and he told me, LT, you made the right decision. Yes, he did.
Come on.
Because you got to think about it. When in high school, I'm the star in Gainesville. Football, basketball, track, baseball, all that shit.
Yeah, you were.
And then Emmett, so it's every day in the paper, it's me and him. Okay?
Yeah.
But I couldn't see they didn't have a quarterback. And speaking of Vernon Maxwell came to my house and one of them Grand Ams that he traded in every week, and told me, "Hey, homeboy, okay, homeboy, don't come to Florida." I said, "Why?" He said, "Okay, I'm gonna spit some real game to you, homeboy. You are a Alachua County resident. What do you do on Friday nights? We go to the campus. We go steal bikes. We fight. We try to steal the women. Right? That's what we do." He said, "Homeboy, what you gonna do when you got to make a decision? What side you gonna be on? If you pick your homeboys, you ain't gonna never be nothing on campus.
Yeah.
If you pick the dudes on campus, you can't never go off campus." Right. And I was like, damn, I ain't even think of that. But it had a lot, because I had one of my homeboys say, "Hey, dog, I can't wait till you sign with Florida. I'm gonna be in Yarn Hall every night." I said, "Hell no." I'm just saying, bro, I really had to think about all these things, man. Right. And so
you had to get away.
I had to get
you
away.
You had to get away.
I'm a Gator fan. I just told you, when Vernon getting back in the books, man, it means a lot to me. Yeah. Because I grew up a Gator fan. Right. I watched all them guys. I watched Lewis. I would come to the games. I mean, my daddy used to take me to all the games. Yeah. I threw ice at Jimmy Johnson. When they came to Florida Field, I tried to bust him in the head. That hair ain't go nowhere. But I had to make a decision based upon myself. What was best for myself.
How did they get you to what 36? Like I heard Michael Irvin's story about 47, 36.
Well, I told it last week. You know, it always comes down to a woman. Oh. And they gave me that raggedy number, and I was really upset about it because I wore 1 in high school, and I went to Jimmy and I said, "Hey man, we're gonna change this, right?" He said, "Yeah, you can change it." I said, "All right." So he said, "But you got to take it from a senior, a kicker." I said, "Cool." He said, "Nah, I'm just telling you, I don't know how the other seniors are gonna react to that." So I said, "All right, I'm red-shirted. I'll let it go," and I was gonna let it go. Okay, I seriously was gonna let it go, but. Yeah. Number 36, Benny Blaze punched me in the stomach at the Florida State game. He said, "Who wearing number 36?" I said, "Me," and he punched me in the stomach. So I was like, "Damn, man, that ain't right." And then we went to the club a couple weeks after. I was chasing this girl around for about 3-4 weeks. I finally got her, but she was gonna come back to the football dorm, building 36. And her friend stopped her and said, "Girl, where you going?" She said, "I'm gonna go back with him." And she looked at me. She said, "You play for Miami?" I said, "Yeah, I play for Miami." You know, I was about 155 pounds. She looked me up and down. She said, "Well, what's your number?" I said, 36. She said, "Girl, he lying. That's Benny Blaze's number." And she snatched the girl, and I said, "I'm going to keep that number now. I'm going to make this number in the summer." And I kept that ragged-ass number, and I made that shit in the summer.
Yeah. We always remember that number right there.
Yeah.
You're definitely a memorable person down there.
Benny Blaze was a beast now.
Benny Blaze was the man.
Benny was a monster.
I think I remember having the poster of the magazine cover with you and him on it. No, y'all had a poster.
Yeah. Benny was a hell of a player now.
A beast.
Benny was the 3rd pick of the draft.
When he came out.
As a safety.
In the 87 draft. 88 draft.
That's pretty.
No, he was definitely a serious player. Now, E, we getting ready to move into tomorrow.
Yeah.
Samara, do you give us a chance tomorrow? Croc, do you give us a chance tomorrow?
I think tomorrow Florida leads most of the game and Miami pulls it out at the end. Worst thing happened.
That close?
Yeah, I think so. Like for USF beating y'all, that was hard on y'all. They played much better against LSU, but tomorrow Florida is everything. You know what I mean? If they don't show up tomorrow, they're gonna show up because of pride. They home.
I hope so.
They home. You know what I mean? They don't played against Carson Beck before. It's nothing new. But I think UM finds a way at the end to win the game. But y'all gonna show up tomorrow, definitely.
I feel like UF is a dangerous team right now. They're back against the wall. Langley had his worst game ever. Like, he can only come out and play better. I got UF winning tomorrow.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Crockett. And that's somebody that's honest. That's a good man right there. He's just being honest.
Here's my thought. Okay, here's my spiel. I'm as opposed to UE, I'm not hoping.
Yes.
I'm not wishing. Wishing.
Yes.
I'm just watching. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna be doing, watching. I'm gonna watch to see what kind of energy we come out. Because if we come out of that huddle, if we come out of that end zone with no energy, that game is gonna be over so quickly.
Yes.
Your head is gonna spin.
Okay.
First of all, I'm gonna be watching the energy, and then I'm gonna be watching the players to see if they match the energy from the Miami players. Because believe me when I tell you, when them guys come out tomorrow, they are coming out to make a point, and I hope my Gators, like Samari's saying, Henry's saying, I want to see the real Florida Gator football team. These past 3 weeks, I haven't seen Gator football either.
And if you can't get up for this game, you shouldn't be playing college
These are the
football.
type of games that make you. These type of games make you or break you. And if I'm Napier, that's what I'm telling my team. This is the type of game you want to play. You're 1-2, your back's against the wall, everybody's counting you out. What are you going to do? Are we going to turn into Rocky Balboa?
Woo! Yeah. We're going to have to. You're going to have to be Rocky Balboa.
More like Glass Joe.
Okay.
Y'all play better without expectations,
It's
though.
your turn. Tell us what you think.
Well, I mean, it's a rivalry game. It should be.
It's a
but
big
2
one.
years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I watched Miami play against Florida State. And I was hoping that our guys would understand it's a rivalry game. And they didn't. And they got their doors blown up. So, you got to understand something. These kids are different today. The rivalry that we have is not the same rivalry. You got to understand, we bought guys from everywhere. You guys have bought guys from everywhere.
Every team is
it's
doing
only
it.
a rivalry to the fans and the programs. It ain't no rivalry like I didn't play against them. These guys ain't play against each other in high school. We buying guys from West Coast. We buying guys from here and there. Wherever the good guys are, we buying them.
Right.
Okay? So I ain't even know half the damn guys on our team. I got to learn their names because they just got them. We hired hands, and so are you guys. I mean, we're all spending money, so I don't even know if we might think it's a rivalry, but we don't know if these kids think it's a rivalry.
That's right.
But I can tell you this. If Florida can somehow, like you said, go out there and play with confidence and give Miami a good game and build confidence as the game goes on, and it starts with the quarterback, if Lagway is able to complete some passes. Now, Lagway came into this year the top-rated quarterback throwing the ball deep, and teams have taken it away from him.
Right.
He has to learn how to take what is given to him.
Underneath.
And if once he does that, you got good receivers, really good receivers. But they haven't been able to show it because he can't hit the side of a barn, But if he's able to do that and your defense is able to play halfway decent, maybe put some pressure on Carson Beck, we might have a ball game. And don't forget, special teams, Vernell Brown III is the man.
Yeah, he's for
The
real.
boy
He's
is
for
good.
real. He's for
That
real.
boy is good.
He played for us, 7-on-7.
That boy is good, man.
Shout out to VB3.
That boy good, man. He's dangerous. So I'm hoping I'm going to talk to the special teams coach before the game and say, kick that bitch out of bounds.
Here's my thing. My key to tomorrow for my Gators to win, for me, I think it all is going to fall on the offensive line. If the offensive line can protect DJ Lagway, the guy can perform better, the offense can move the ball. And secondly, and the reason I say that offensive line, we got to run that ball tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to run that ball at least 45% of the time. Because if we sit back there and let DJ throw that ball with the pressure that's going to be coming from Miami front seven, you thought he had problems in LSU. He's really going to have problems if that offensive line is not blocking and we can't jumpstart that running game. So to me, that running game is going to be key. And Napier, being the supposed offensive guru that you're supposed to be, you're going to have to call some better plays, dude. You're going to have to call some better formations, get these guys the ball, get the running backs the ball, get your tight end. You got a tight end, and I don't even see them use a tight end. That's a quarterback's best friend,
You're
the
right.
tight end.
You're right. Yeah. We don't really use a tight end. We mostly come out with mostly 4 or 5 receivers. But I tell you this right here, Lou. You're right, we got to have confidence. But what I don't want to see is us all hyped up crunk, go down there and score in the first 2 minutes. Okay, and so we come out there with all this enthusiasm, and then the next series we don't do nothing, everybody just start getting lethargic. Miami's going to play 4 quarters. And when Miami really comes on is that second half, they are coming on strong. We have to keep the momentum. We got to keep it going. It's a 60-minute game. You are going to have to play 60 minutes to beat Miami. You cannot
Teams like this don't quit. Teams like Miami don't quit.
No, man.
Teams like Florida State don't quit.
No. And this right here, this is a game where I'm hoping that every series means something. I'm hoping that every series means something. And everybody, man, these tickets are expensive. I hope everybody gets their money's worth. I think the people ought to see a great entertainment game. I don't want to see no boring football. I want to see some excitement, man.
E-Red, I can tell you this. You said we played 4 quarters. We have not played 4 quarters. For some reason, we have a lag in the 3rd quarter. So that might be the quarter that y'all are able to do something, because we haven't figured it out yet. But somehow, some way, we've been, resting on our laurels in the 3rd quarter. And so, hey, man, it can happen. USF completed a couple balls downfield. Man, it could happen.
Florida's defense needs some help. They gave up.
We've only given up 2 touchdowns.
They need some help to stay off the field. Last week you throw 5 interceptions. One of them was a pick 6, and you only gave up 13.
Right.
You know what I mean? You lost 20. You only gave up 13.
Wow.
Off of 5
wow.
picks at LSU.
Wow.
With
Ain't
that
that
offense. Something? And then the USF game, they had a few plays, but if the dude done spit on them, it done come down to
and
that.
And the touchdown callback.
Yeah, they just need some help to stay off the field as much, because you're asking a lot out of
that offensive line.
Yeah,
that's why
what you just said.
The key is going to be that offensive line.
We gotta
or
get
run Lagway. Use Lagway as a runner, so you got the extra blocker in the run game.
I don't know. You want to get him messed up now.
I'm just saying, to help your O-line. Lagway 250, right?
Yes, that's right.
2nd and 5 is better than 2nd and 10.
Exactly.
2nd and 12.
Exactly.
Him sailing the ball or a sack, and you let Lagway run with a lead blocker or something like that, first down most of the time, you're looking at 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5.
Yeah, but
we got to get first downs.
Yes.
We got to have short down distance. 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3. We gotta get someone on first down. We gotta move the ball on first down.
If we don't turn the ball over, y'all in trouble. I'm telling you.
Well, that's like everybody. Lamar.
I'm just saying, we're going to win the turnover battle.
I don't believe that a lot of teams that beat us this year. I believe we beat ourselves. We beat ourselves against LSU. We beat ourselves against South Florida. That's not a better team than us. Right. South Florida's not a better team. Our talent level is equal with y'all.
Yeah.
It ain't like y'all got more talent.
See, Lou, before we go any further,
I'm a realist.
Lou, before we go any further, this is the E-Rat from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers locker room. Always arguing with somebody.
He's delusional.
I mean, no, he just always the man. So y'all don't know this. He talked about being a wrestler. He brought that to the NFL. He wrestled anybody in that locker room.
Yes, I get him right.
I saw him put a dude in the guillotine.
Yes, my line. And see, that's what you got to do. Let me tell you something. Man, this is what you do. When you get in that huddle, if I know, let's say, for example, they're calling the play, let's say, strong right, 16 Cowboy. One back going through the 6-hole. I'm the one back. Simple play. Quarterback hand me the ball like a belly. Let me tell you something. I'm looking at that right guard and that tackle. Man, I'm looking at eye contact when he called his play. Let me know you gonna be there for me. Let me know, man. I'm running that ball. You better make the block and get your big ass out the hole.
And you better get out the hole because he will run your ass over.
You better get your ass out.
I've seen him run over his own teammates. I've seen him run over the referee. I've seen him run over receivers. Hell, I seen him even hit his head on the goalpost. I think he's running with his eyes closed.
Check this out. Man, this the way it has to be, man. And if there's a problem, man, we can take it up in the locker room. We gonna fix this thing. Whatever it take to bring this dog out of y'all. Because, man, I play running back. I ain't trying to get beat up on and then come back to the huddle, get beat up on, come back to the huddle. I know what it's like to do that right there. That ain't no fun right there, man.
It's not.
So, man, whatever it take to look at each one of them linemen, when he calls that play in the huddle, I'm looking at each one of them, and I can tell who won it, man. You can see the one
you can
that
see
look
it.
away from you. You know it, Lou.
Who would you rather have give a pregame speech for the University of Florida? Eric Rett or Tim Tebow? Because we got Michael Irvin, we got Ray Lewis, I mean, we got Ed Reed, we got a bunch of guys. But who would you rather have, this guy or Tim Tebow?
I'm gonna tell you what, but my answer would be to that.
Mad Max.
You wouldn't even need to talk to me because a game of this magnitude says enough.
I'm from
the
here.
game itself, Miami against Florida, I don't need the coach to tell me nothing. I don't need him to ask me, am I ready? I don't need a pep talk. I don't need any of that. All I want to do is snap them damn straps on their helmet in and that referee to blow that whistle. So if you need a pep talk for this game, of course a lot is on the line. The future of your program is on the line.
Yes.
Your recruiting capabilities are on the line. The talent you're going to be bringing in the coming years is on the line.
Just so you know, Lou, I was in the stadium in the Orange Bowl 31-4. I made my decision pretty much that game when Miami beat the shit out of y'all 31-4. Lou was on that field.
I remember that game.
But I was sitting in the stand going, damn.
What they beat them?
31-4, and they ain't even scored. We had two safeties.
No, we got two
Willis
safeties.
McGee snapped the ball over the man's head.
Yeah, we got two safeties in the first quarter, and after that, it was just like a steamroll. But I will say, at that game, I'm gonna tell you right now, that was the start of me going into my All-America year. That game, running down Michael Irvin from the backside of a cover two.
I seen that. I seen that play.
Knocking the hell out of Melvin Bratton all the way out of bounds, getting the interception. So when you get into games like this, if you need motivating, if you need pep talk, if you need somebody to get you right, or you need to sniff some ammonia, something's wrong. You don't want to play football because this is the type of game that the minute you look at that schedule, boy, I'm circling this shit. Boy, I can't wait to play them. I'm going to circle Miami, Georgia, Alabama, Florida State, Tennessee, Texas, A&M, Auburn,
Georgia.
You name them. Those are the ones I want.
Yes.
I don't want Kent State. I don't want South Florida. I don't want none of that Bethune-Cookman.
I don't want UF.
We'll see about that.
So, you know, 2 weeks ago, I was pulling for the state of Florida. I'm like, man, it's good to see how it was in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? All three of us ranked.
Yes.
And then y'all go pull that.
Yeah, it happens.
But hold on, but listen, you have these Florida State guys, they jumping in now.
USF ass because they just beat y'all. They like, we not going to let this happen to us. That's why I think y'all going to really play good tomorrow. Croc think y'all going to win. I think you're going to lose at the end. But y'all going to show up tomorrow, man.
Yeah, Florida.
But what are you basing that on?
Because you got a lot of talent. It's a lot of talent out of Florida. Like, I'm seeing there's a lot of talent on that team.
Lou, when Samari done this show last year, when Samari done this show last year.
Listen, University of Miami has not played against a quarterback that can move the pocket, that can get out and go, that can extend the downs. It's going to be a tough out for University of Miami tomorrow. I'm telling you.
Yes, I agree.
I hope you're right.
Y'all got
I hope you and Samara are right.
I like that. Thank you. Thank
like
you.
I said, I tend to live in reality. I tend to live in reality, and it won't miraculously happen tomorrow. They won't miraculously turn on the switch.
If Dan Mullen was the OC for this team, would you like this offense better than the last offense he had with Trask and the tight end for Atlanta?
Pitts?
Yeah, Pitts. I mean,
you put Trask, you give me Pitts, put him with Lagway and this receiver core, I take that all day. I take that all day.
And Mullen?
So it's Mullen.
I'll take Mullen all day.
He shouldn't have gotten
Mullen
fired.
was 31-9.
He shouldn't have been fired.
Mullen, hey, by the way,
Mullen was 31-9.
By the way, Lou, Mullen had a little post say, "Y'all miss me yet?"
20 and 21.
Mullen said, "Y'all miss me yet?" He undefeated over there.
No, absolutely not.
He shouldn't have been fired, man.
Come on. Would you not take 31-9 over 20 and 21?
Oh, absolutely. But like
SEC, definitely.
But I'd rather see something like 50 and 3, Steve Spurrier, that fun and gun offense that lighted up, that putting 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 points on the board. That's what we miss right there. We miss that excitement. Man, I don't care if we win the game. We win the game a 7-zip. That's boring football to me.
No, it's not.
I want to see excitement, Lou.
The goal is to win the game.
Yes, it is, but Lou, first of all, Lou, I love Gator football, but I love football. I love football.
I love football too.
I love football, but I want to see some entertainment. I drive my ass up there 4.5 hours. Come on, man. 4 hours.
Hey, Lou, have you ever been Mr. Two-Bit? Have you ever been Mr. Two-Bit? Dressing all white?
Yes, I was the
I know you was. I saw you with Mr. Two-Bit.
I was just right. That's right. I'm the first 2 bits.
He is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe we got it in us, Lou, to bring back them glories days, man, to see some excitement. Man, we want to see
I want to see it tomorrow.
Lou, you don't believe?
I want to see it tomorrow.
And Lou, on a positive note, I did see online somebody addressed your what about you not being able to, you say you were sitting in the nosebleed section. They said contact them the next game at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium at Steve Spurrier, whatever it's called. Said, please, we will take care of you and you will not have to sit in the nosebleed section. I think you and I talked about that a couple years ago at a Gator game, and you were saying, man, why we ain't down, why our guys not on the field?
That's something that, man, we do got to become better at.
Yeah.
Because Florida State do a great job at it. They got some of their stars on the sideline. I see Miami. They got all their guys on the sideline right there. And that's something that I truly believe that Florida should do a better job at doing that because, man, we got some phenomenal players, man. And players need to see, those active players need to see those guys, those legend players off to the side right there. You talking about, we got Lewis, a 2-time All-American. Come on, man. College Football Hall of Fame.
Now, how many times have you gone back to Gainesville since you left, and you've been on the sideline for a game? How many times?
Well,
You can. How many times have you gone back to a football game and you on the sideline fraternizing with the guys?
You know, I haven't been on the sideline too much, but by choice, Lou, because I still have a house up there, so I go up there quite a lot just to sit back and just relax. But man, I really do something about being up there in that box is just so nice. You know what I mean?
So your answer is 0.
No, I've been on the sideline.
Are you on the sideline in Florida State games?
Yes, I am.
See?
I am.
I mean, could you imagine Louis Oliver out there with all them recruits coming up? Louis Oliver got on the tank top.
I love it,
with
man,
the
when I
muscles
see it.
all glistening and stuff.
I love
baby
it,
oiled
man.
up.
I love it. So will you be on the sideline tomorrow?
Oh, you know it.
See, ain't even no doubt.
Ain't no doubt. There's no doubt.
We have to do better.
Yep.
We do. We have to do better, man. That's something that we're pushing, man, to get some of the great players down there, man. You have did so many outstanding things at the University of Florida. Probably the best safety to ever come out of there. You know?
Thank you.
You can't tell Lawrence Wright that, but
So if you go to UF, you gotta be Tim Tebow or Percy Harvin or somebody to be on the sideline.
I don't even know a person. It's just, let's say you're saying it. We have to do better to put our great athletes on the side.
Do y'all not see Michael Irvin?
Yeah,
watch their side.
Ray Lewis.
They got a built-in
Lamar
advantage.
Thomas,
Them dudes be like, man, you
Edgerrin
in such
James.
a family atmosphere. Yeah. You damn right I'm going to come back to
Rick
Miami,
Ross,
to the city of Miami.
Trick Daddy,
after I done played
JT
for
Money
4
was
years.
on the sideline.
Who going to Gainesville? Who going to Tallahassee?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, y'all use that to your
I don't
advantage.
know how many tickets that they allow. The SEC really, like, They don't allow a lot of guys on the sideline, and then Miami limits us to a certain amount of players on the people on the sideline that don't have nothing to do. Unlike them, they're unlimited. I would probably have a better chance at getting a pass over there and then walking on that side because, like, we're limited in the SEC how many passes they can give out.
So why Bama has so many people on the sidelines?
Yeah.
Bama, you see everybody.
This is what I'm trying to tell you, Mark.
Yeah.
You see
This is what I'm
everybody.
trying.
Texas?
We have to do better, brother. I hope you get the
Win, though.
and I'm hoping someone
Win.
hears that right there. I'm going to the hotel shortly, and man, I'm gonna probably talk about that.
Things have changed, man.
We have to do better, man. It's some legendary players, and like you can't just get players that did great in the NFL and stuff like that right there, or just players that everybody know. Man, you got to get those players that got that dog in them, that can help inspire these players to be great. Man, you know how good it feels to see Michael Irvin, Lamar, Adrian James, all them guys over there on the sideline, man. Man, they so pumped. Every single series, they get those boys fired up. And I'm sure they're not at the practices. Nobody don't really know, but they see that energy, man. And it ain't nothing like that energy right there.
That's right.
We got to do better, brother. We do. That's all I can tell you.
I'm just here to tell you, like, it bothers me so much, and I haven't been back to a Florida game since I graduated from the university. I haven't been to a game.
Yeah,
What?
but something happened
Not
to make
one
Luke.
game.
Something happened.
And you've been a game.
Yes, but something happened. That's why.
I think something.
Something happened.
I think something happened at the Village Traffic.
No,
probably
you know.
I told you last week. I told these guys last week. That's what I'm really envious of when it comes to this University of Miami team. The way their greats come back and they get on that sideline and they inspire and motivate the present team, and you see them over there coaching up guys. I'd rather listen to somebody who's played my position as opposed to a coach who ain't never played my position or played the game of football.
So as you say that, Lou, so we're playing Florida State. It's fourth quarter. I'm having some problems with Clifton Abraham. I'm having some serious problems with Lil Buddy. Lil Buddy was one of the strongest. He had good feet. I'm having some problems. He's getting up under me. I'm having some problems with him. So I put my pride aside. I went up to Nat Moore and Tolbert Bain, and I said, "Hey man, what the hell can I do? I got to." They gave me some pointers. I went out there. The rest is history. I yanked his little ass.
That's amazing.
When I was running by, I turned him and yanked him and got behind him, caught the game winner. But that's having people on the sideline
know the game.
that know the game.
Know the game.
That's something. That's special. That's special right there.
It was a beautiful picture, man. When Florida State, when we beat Bama, it was a picture of Peter Ward jumping up, just like celebrating, man. That was a dope picture. Even LeBron James reposted the picture, him being a Peter Ward fan. And just looking at that picture and seeing them handling Bama like that, like,
I mean, how did that feel for you guys? How did that feel for you guys? I mean, we're talking our rivalry here, but, you know, your program suffered through 2-10.
From 13-0.
Yeah.
From 13-1 to 2-10.
And it started with that bowl game.
Yes, it did.
And so, what was that Alabama? What was that feeling like after that game for you all, your alumni, the program? I mean, because going into it, your quarterback, Castellanos, who looked like George Jefferson. He was talking a lot of noise. What's the feeling like now?
Man, coming off that 13-1 season, the worst thing happened was when they found out they weren't going to the playoffs.
Yes.
Everybody opted out.
Yep.
And like I think we lost to Georgia 66-3. Like it was just, it was bad, man.
Yeah, that was bad.
And I think it carried on into the season. And when you went back, I went to Pro Day last year. I'm like, damn, we look small. You know what I mean? We look fast, but we look small. And then you know what I mean? You see us and the quarterback. We picked the wrong guy.
That's where it starts.
Nothing against DJ.
DJ Ungedudu.
Yeah, how you say it? I know
Ungedudu.
He set us back, man, and it's nothing.
You got a discount, and you know what they say. You get what you paid for.
Exactly.
Because all you had to do is spend a little bit more money. You'd have had Cam Ward.
They said when Cam Ward came, they were talking about housing. Cam
Yeah.
Ward wasn't even thinking about
No.
housing. He was trying to get the big city.
Yes.
So he used us to
Yes.
bring the price up.
Yeah.
No, hey, he's
Yeah.
right. He's right. He's right. But it felt good, man, seeing us being able to move Bama off the ball
Yes.
like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, they know we running the ball. Okay, stop us. Hand it out. Like, it just felt really good, especially for the kids coming from 2-10 to that. Now we just got to keep it going. Clemson a little down.
Yeah.
You know, we got y'all coming down the way. And I think we owe Bobby Bowden more credit than he deserves. Because when all of us were good back in the day, Florida State's the only school that played everybody every year.
Yeah.
You playing Florida and Miami
Yeah.
every single year. We the only one still to this day.
Yeah,
you know how much pressure.
But you guys only play. You guys play Florida and Miami, and that's just about it.
And that's it.
Cause ain't nothing else in the ACC.
So who else they playing? Who else Miami playing?
You can't
I
win.
say you in Miami. You
Oh,
guys
you-
in Miami.
High school.
Yeah.
Wait, time out.
Yeah. City high
But the
school.
fact,
Here's
like, let's not act like Georgia was good back then. It was Florida and Bama.
You talking about
basically.
when we was playing?
No, man,
And
you
Tennessee.
got
It was Florida, Bama,
Georgia,
the SEC, Florida,
Tennessee.
Auburn.
You
When
talking
is the
about
last
Auburn,
time
you gotta step
Georgia
back
hadn't won a national title
But
since
it doesn't
Herschel
matter,
Walker
you
was
still
there?
gotta play. You
Herschel
gotta
Walker
step up.
was the last time Georgia won a national title
no.
up until Stetson Bennett.
Man, them big Georgia boys, come on, man.
Where's the lie?
But what
Where's
I'm saying,
the lie?
The SEC, you
Bama.
gotta get it up, man. Think
Bama
about
had
how
the
many-
one good team,
7
92
good
that beat
games.
y'all.
7 games this
With
year
George
with the SEC
Teague and
team.
Sam Shade
You
and
guys
Teague.
played 2
And
games
if,
up
and
all
if Shane
year.
don't, if Shane don't throw that interception, there's no SEC championship.
Thank you.
Here's what I would like for to happen, Mari.
Okay.
LT. I would like for you guys to join the SEC, the Real Football Conference, and then we can really start talking about.
But they can't.
Hey, let
You
me
know
tell
we
wait,
supposed. You
hey,
know us and Clemson
No,
are supposed to be joining the
I don't want
SEC
you-
down the line.
supposed to be doing.
Supposed
I
to
told
be.
you, I don't want you to be hoping and wishing.
Hey,
I want you to be doing it.
Lou.
I want y'all to be doing it.
Lou, let me tell you about the arrogance of the SEC. I don't know if you know this. The SEC, they're the best, supposedly.
In all-
So wait. I'm gonna tell you.
all
I'm gonna tell you
All
how.
sports.
As a coach in the SEC, a new coach in the SEC,
Yes.
you're required to go to Birmingham to a meeting with
Yes,
all
that's
new
right.
coaches in the
At the
SEC.
You're right.
headquarters.
You're right.
And
That's
Stanky
right.
gets up in front of the crowd and says, "Look to your left, look to your right." The fact that you're in this building, this is not your first job, because now you're in the best. You have to work your way up to the SEC.
Damn.
That's what he says to the new coaches. You're now, and he talking about every sport. And then he started talking about the money that they earn. And listen, you have to go. New coaches in the SEC have to go to a meeting
Requirement.
and listen to that. And it's propaganda. I mean, they believe, that's why when they say SEC,
Right.
SEC,
Yes.
you really think you're the best. I get it.
But we really know back when y'all were in school, it was Florida, Tennessee, and Bama. Nobody else was really beating y'all.
Georgia was giving us when I was
Auburn-
there. Georgia
Auburn-
beat us every
Kentucky
year. I was
sure
there.
wasn't.
Georgia beat us
Kentucky
every
gave
year.
us
I was
that
at
they
Florida.
game, though. We beat them in the last second.
Then what
one
they
game.
do? What
That
other
was on
SEC?
y'all.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Bama won the
5
SEC title in
You're right,
'92.
you're right.
So
Yes.
like when you go on these posts and you see how they say how Florida football is off, we got 11 national titles since 1983. That's 30% of the titles from all 3 schools.
Yeah,
30%.
You guys got 3. You guys got 5. We got.
And we
3.
got
That was before the BCS. That don't count. What
you
some
mean
other
it
kind
don't
of football
count?
they was playing, man? That was thug-like football.
Why don't y'all play every year like we play both of y'all every
First of all,
year?
that's a great question. It ain't no money playing here. When we get out of the we gonna have, they gonna have, first of all,
We
it ain't no
playing
money
for
in
the
this
money.
game.
We
It's
ain't
gonna be
playing
all, no, but Lou, all our fans go pack it up. When we leave, next week is we be like 1,700 people in the stands.
So what you got to understand,
It's no money.
obviously this is not.
How we gonna make
this
this money?
This
To
is
pay
not
for their
Gainesville.
operational costs?
This is not Gainesville. This is not Lexington, where there's nothing to do in the city but come to the games. Wait, Lou, they coming to your parties. They ain't trying to go. They trying to go to live.
No.
They ain't trying to go no damn football game. I got to be ready for live.
No, that's not true.
I mean, yes, it is true.
That's
That is
not true.
true.
That is
That's
true.
true.
No,
He'll tell you that's true.
when they winning, man, they come into the game to support those
When
early
you're
days.
winning.
When a great team comes here, they come. A Clemson comes here,
Yeah.
they come.
Notre
Okay.
Dame was
Georgia
just
State,
here.
Notre Dame's here, they sell out.
But what happens when it ain't that?
Not just the loyalty.
It's
They
too
didn't
much
know
other stuff to
it's
do.
Not no loyalty there.
And you're not in the
They didn't go to
Orange Bowl.
school there.
You're
We're
not in the
passionate.
Orange Bowl anymore.
I
either.
agree with LT. It's so much to do here in South Florida that it's hard for any particular business to capture all the attention. But you guys will,
Lee, they don't play nobody,
you
Lou.
alluded to something. You mentioned something earlier with this NIL stuff. Do you guys feel like this NIL stuff is giving these young athletes like a shorter ceiling? Like, whereas the NFL, when we were coming up, the NFL was the goal, the place to reach so you can make that money. Now that they can make the money in college, do you guys think that that's where these guys are plateauing when
Definitely.
it comes to talent and not even trying to even look further to the league?
I got to tell you this. I would have caught COVID 8 times. I've been in year 9 in college. Because that's where it's at.
Yes.
You're making money. As long as you stay in college, you make money. Some of these guys are going to opt out from growing pro because they know they're going to make money in college. I mean, why not? Why not be 28 years old playing in college football, dominating?
Well, I do know this right here. Every single body, every single one of us, our one goal was what?
To make
play
it.
pro football.
Correct.
To make it to the NFL.
Yeah, that's it.
That was our ultimate goal. And guess
was
what?
it.
Guys, we would have did it for free. They gave us money, but we would have played the game for free because it's nothing like playing with the best. That's your ultimate goal, the NFL. And every last one of those players, every last one of them want to play at that level right there. All of them still, despite any money that they're getting, they still want to play in the NFL. Now, we're looking at it from an outsider looking in.
I'm talking about the parents.
Remember
The parents now.
But yet and still, you can't bring your wallet on the field.
Man,
You
but
can't bring your wallet
I've
on the
sat
court.
in on recruiting meetings where parents are making decisions.
Yeah.
They're making this.
I
Hey
hear
man,
that all the time.
for that extra 100, we going there.
Yeah.
We going there.
Yeah.
For the extra 100, they already getting $1 million. We need 100. We need 1,100 because we need that extra 100 ourselves.
And you're not lying because I just helped negotiate something not
See? Yeah,
too long
you go.
ago, and I saw where a guy was getting $3 million, and because he didn't sign, the general manager dropped it down to 2.8. Now all of a sudden they're thinking about going to a whole nother school. But like man, in the end, man, we look back at the bond that we created amongst our friends.
Yes,
man.
that is true.
I'm glad these guys are
Put
getting
no
paid.
money value on that.
Yeah.
No money value I could ever put on Yon Hall. The friendships that I made in that place right there, the lasting memories that we made there, man.
Hey man, don't bring that
nothing
up,
like
man. We brought that up last week.
Listen.
If you ever wanted to find where your girlfriend was, let's go to Yon Hall at 10:58 and watch them running out of there. Every Gainesville female was running out of to their parking lot at 10:58.
If you were to take this NIL from college right now, what do you think these young athletes would do? Do you think they have the heart and the desire to keep pushing to get to the NFL? Like I would have done me playing football. I would have done it for free, like Rhett said, because I love the competition.
And Lee, it's not.
I love to measure myself up against whoever's
you
out
just
there.
said something, Lou, the competition, Lou. It's not just the NIL, it's that transfer portal too. Lou, you can't even look at an athlete hard. You put some competition in his life, he don't win,
gone.
he's gone.
He's gone.
You shouldn't be allowed, man, because competing, man, competition makes you better.
But all of this has
Competition
started.
makes you better.
Little League has fostered all of the bullshit into this, man.
Yeah.
Little League, back in our day, if you there, you there. If you not, we still playing.
We still playing.
We still nowadays, nah, man. If this kid not here, we not playing, and it's just like it just stays, man. It rises and rises.
When you was at State, who were the cornerbacks when you were at State? Who was your competition? Who was your?
Corey Fuller,
I know
Clifton
C. Fuller.
Abraham,
Cliff Abraham.
pros. You know what I mean? Dudes
But,
that
hey,
were going
but,
to the
but smart,
Bush.
smart.
Wow.
But when you
Bush.
went in, you were looking at the competition, trying to
Yes.
match it. These kids don't even care about who they competing against, because they care about the money.
right.
So
You're
you
right.
want to make an official visit short? the first thing you do is let them sit down with the NIL guy first. Because if they don't get that number, their mind's gone. They don't want to be there. They ain't trying on no jersey and nothing.
A lot of them are using a commitment to one school to boost the price up at another school.
They negotiate.
Oh, my goodness. That's everything going right there. And now it takes, you almost got to give an athlete $10,000 just for him to visit your school.
Yes.
We used to get $40.
Yeah.
Remember, you get your $40. Your
Pair of gloves.
$2 bills.
Pair of gloves.
If you lucky,
that's some shoes, some turf
that's
shoes.
It right there.
Now
it's completely different.
For you,
No more will we watch guys develop.
But
a guy can fall in love with Eric Red. They saw him play for 3 years. A guy can fall in love with Samari. They saw him play. They saw him develop from a freshman. A guy can fall in love with Louis Solomon. Saw him building himself from a walk-on to a 2-time All-American. A guy can fall in love with Lamar Thomas. No more. It's not. They're not doing that no more because guess what? If you ain't paying me, I'm going somewhere else.
But how would you go about it? Like, we could talk about
That's got to be the end goal.
It has to be
NIL is an end goal
a solution where, like, man, these players right now, they're literally, if they're playing just for the money, it's really no loyalty. Let me give you a perfect example. We won the national championship in basketball. 5 new players on our team.
Of course.
All those are transfer guys.
Right.
And y'all cheered for him, yes.
We won the national championship in basketball with 5 new guys. No, everybody transferred from somewhere.
Yep.
And it's like, it's nothing like having that guy that rolled out the whole way. But like, the universities are making so much money. Coaches can leave anytime they want. The loyalty is the same way. So now it's an opportunity for players to earn some money off their likeness. But like, it has a solution where I wish they could get it on the back end of their career. Well, it could be put in a trust or something
here's my idea.
It takes the competition out of the game.
Here's my idea. I've had this idea for a long time, but I ain't, I'm nobody. I said, okay, if a guy is supposed to make, let's just throw out $100,000. I'm just throwing it out there. Okay, he gets a portion of that each year, and when he graduates, he gets the bulk of it. Okay. Now, if he doesn't graduate and he decides to leave, he's done. The person who donated that money gets it back. So let's say you only got the $50,000 of that money. It goes back to the guy, whoever put it towards it. And guess what? Now the guys have to really think about it. I say 100,000, it should be more than that. But now they really have to think about, hey man, I want my money. I got to stay here and get through this to get the rest of my money.
Here's the problem with that. They stay there. You understand that another school could buy you out. Most of these guys that transfer, they already have NIL deals. Did you know that the other team, they have to buy that contract out
they
for
do.
them to go there?
Yeah, they do.
You're going to have a team that's going to come and buy you out. Your team that you're celebrating tomorrow right now, it's not one player on that team that we can't get him.
I told Mario Cristobal
a couple
years ago. I told Mario Cristobal a couple years ago, I said, you got to build depth for us to be a champion or even be thinking about. But I said the problem is NIL is going to take depth from you. But the third linebacker that you've been grooming, UAB is going to come in and say, we'll pay you $500 to be our starting linebacker.
And he's gone.
And he's gone.
I have a young man that was at Arizona last year. He left this year in the spring to go to Kansas for $150,000. Didn't like the way things was working out there, just didn't like the staff. Went back to Arizona and got $450.
Dang.
Great negotiating.
Yes, he is. And
he
went
back to Arizona.
And came
Left
back.
and came back.
Yes. So they create hype for themselves. That's why guys are on social media. They're doing all kind of stuff in the game. What we have to do, man, literally, man, much as we don't want to adapt to it, we literally got to adapt and just understand this is the new way. This is literally the new way. The game has completely changed from when we played. It's not as physical. As a matter of fact,
that's the part that bothers me.
Lee,
watch this, Lou.
Lou, we don't even get dirty.
There's
no dirt. There's no dirt on the
Wait. I got one for you. I got one for you, Lou. I saw two Gator players wearing shorts out there. What the hell going on?
Yo, they see that?
Yeah, Diddy is in jail smiling.
Oh my goodness.
The dude that spit.
That's stuff.
He say Diddy is in jail smiling.
That's Sap. He got his pants pulled up like that right there. I don't know why they do it. Me, I was so scared to get my knees hit. If a helmet hit me in the knee, oh,
you
man.
know why they doing it? Because they're not playing football the way we were
'Cause
brought
there's
up playing football.
There's no way you'll be able to
Nobody's
play football
really
like that.
tackling.
Yeah, there's no way.
They're
Yeah.
grabbing. They're grabbing. They're not
Yeah.
tackling.
No, that's
and
not.
if you hit somebody really hard, oh, you out the game.
That's it. Lou, let me tell you something. They don't tackle anymore.
No,
I
they
even
don't.
watch it from a pro game. They hit, they lay it in there, but they're not wrapping up. They're not doing no kind of form tackling. With that said, the Baltimore Ravens running back, that big runner, he should have 3,000 yards rushing every
Come on, man. Come on, you running against Baltimore. You running against Derrick Henry, and you don't want to tackle.
Man.
It's gonna be embarrassing.
Yes.
It's really gonna be embarrassing.
Get your shoulders right. Better get your shoulders right.
Yeah, but if he played back in the day, running upright like that,
Christian Okoye, he found out.
Goodness
Dude,
gracious.
listen, those are the type of running backs that I like.
Goodness, oh my goodness.
Derrick
It worked
Henry.
back in the days.
Okoye,
Yeah, it
Christian
just
Okoye.
different style.
Iron
A
Head.
few was able
What
to
about
do it.
Corey
Eric
Dillon?
Dickinson. A few was able
Corey
to do it.
Dillon.
I
You
never
remember
played
Cor-
against
Man.
Corey Dillon from the Patriots.
Yeah,
number
but the
20
Bengals, 28.
Yeah, 28 from the Bengals. From the big, yeah.
He had
yeah,
the rookie record
He ran
and
hard.
the single
Yeah, he
game
ran hard.
record.
He worked hard, man.
Corey Dillon put his.
Yeah, Corey Dillon. That's
Corey
it. He didn't run like
Corey
that.
Dillon ran over T-Buck, man. I felt bad for T-Buck.
Man, Corey Dillon's a
Let
bad
me tell you,
dude,
you
man.
play that game of football, somebody gonna give you the business.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
telling you right now,
That's right.
and I don't care how rough and tough you are, somebody gonna give you the business.
Yes.
But the thing is, you got to try to give out the business more you
More
get
than
That's
it.
right. And brush it off. Guess what, man? You know what makes football so great, man? This is what I love about the game and how it helps prepare us for life out here, man. Because it's tough out here in this real world, man, after we leave the game, man.
Yeah.
It's a complete different world. Man, we able to take that hit, man. We got to brush it off no matter what happened and get back in that huddle. This right here, man, it prepares for life. We get hit hard, man. Something out of our control happen. Guess what? Man, we able to brush it off and think about what would I do from a football experience, brush it off, get my butt back in the game.
And you know, us guys being from Florida, we all had to prove ourselves in that locker room.
Yes.
When you go to a team, you know, I was telling Lou the story beforehand when Hardy Nickerson, first day of practice, gonna hit me with this sliders on. And I said, damn, man, what's up? He said, hey, you played at Miami, tough guy. I said, dawg, don't do that again. Prove yourself. Next time I came across there, he hit me again. Hassi said, LT, I ain't never seen nobody do you like that, LT. Man, I came across that thing. I hit that dude so hard, I hit him in the nuts with the ball, kicked him in the forehead. They get to camp. Who's my roommate? Hardy Nickerson. I said, oh, shit.
Oh my goodness.
Amen.
Oh my goodness.
So we all had to prove ourselves. We're Florida guys.
Yes.
You know, whether Florida State, Miami, you know, Florida, we're Florida guys, and everybody knew back then the road to championships went through Florida.
Yeah, but you know what? One thing I admire about Lamar. See, Lamar is big right now. He got some size on him right now. Man, Lamar was so skinny, but I promise you guys, I'll tell anybody I go to war with this dude, he gonna bring that heart. He is gonna bring the enthusiasm to the game. Like, and you can't do nothing to say nothing to him to get him down. He's right back up. He brushed it right off. So, man, I'm telling you, brother, I'm talking about, boy, you were so skinny. It was so much fun in practice.
Lamar, what time for the skinny guy, dog?
What time
What time for
No,
the skinny guy?
Man, never
I'ma
a
tell you
dull
right now.
moment in practice with Lamar. We had some fun.
I go to war with anybody, any one of you guys sitting up here at this table.
Yes,
because
man.
I know you guys got the heart of a lion.
Yes.
And you guys gonna lay it out there. You ain't gonna run. You ain't gonna back down.
No, we won't retreat.
You want all the smoke. And that being said, I want to thank you, Samar.
Thank you for having me.
LT.
Lou. Thank you.
Dog, no
Yes,
doubt.
yes,
Brett?
yes.
I want to thank the audience out there. We want to thank Twin Peaks for allowing us to come into their fine establishment. We want to thank our sponsors, Amerant Bank, the official bank of the Miami Dolphins, Next Guest Transportation, the Crockett Foundation, Caneswear. Hey, man, we're going to be back here again next Friday, 6 p.m. The Gridiron Grudge podcast. Catch us on YouTube. Catch us on Instagram. Catch us on TikTok.
Go Canes!
And let's go Gators. Let's do something. At least fight tomorrow. At least fight.
They're going to fight tomorrow.
Die out there on that field tomorrow. Die.
Die. I don't know what to say.